Hello. Let's see. Hello, Ola.
Hello.
Let's start in 2-3 minutes. Maybe let's start. Hello.
Okay, I was starting. So, good day, everyone.
Hello, everyone. So I will. Today we have Analyst Talks 4. Analyst Talks 4. I'm Nijat, co-founder of the Pro Analyst Hub community, and today our guest is Lala. Lala is a very professional, first of all, PhD candidate, and is a professional machine learning and certified TensorFlow specialist. She has great experience with AI, with data. She's working on her PhD project as well. So really experienced person, and I think it's one of the best people who can talk about to tell us about AI, about ML and data. So welcome, Lala.
Welcome and good day. So, you know me from the Nijat, and also I'm a programming engineer too at the Institute of Molecular Biology and Biotechnologies. So, and also I'm a Women Tech Makers Ambassador at the Google, and also a Google Developer Groups organizer too. So today our topic is AI and data, so shaping tomorrow with the smart algorithms. And give me a second for the slide. Is it
Yes, we see.
okay? So our talking is firstly data, secondly what's the AI, what's the machine learning, and also what's the data analytics. So a lot of algorithms too. Because in nowadays, data is a great tool for the artificial intelligence. Especially in a one day, we did many of the data in a several points of our life, such as in our GPS location, in our purchase, and also in our daily life. And without data, we didn't do any AI technologies. Um, and I must say that in our speech, I will talk about 40 or 45 minutes, and I will explain the role of the data and importance of the smart algorithm, practical applications examples for several daily lives periods, and also artificial intelligence, the ethical consideration and the challenges. So I will ask you what's actually the smart algorithms, because a lot of people think that the smart algorithms is the general artificial intelligence, but smart algorithms is not that the smart algorithms. So that's the question. What's the smart algorithms for you?
So they are not smart?
Actually, the smart algorithms, a lot of the algorithms, but part by part. Not only the main, we don't have the main algorithm, the one algorithm, and we apply all of things in that. We have several smart algorithms. So I have the question, what is the smart algorithms?
Isn't algorithm smart by itself?
Maybe yes and maybe not, because if we do the algorithms with the programming knowledge, we do several things for the algorithms. For example, we know a lot such as machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms, natural language processing algorithms, and reinforcement learning algorithms. And we did everything with a lot of the data. So you know that without the data, we didn't do anything for the artificial intelligence. And you see that in fact, we have the several bytes of data in a single day. So the smart algorithms, the brain of the AI. And you see that from the photo, the artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning is a part by part, and the data science focuses in a 3 parts too. So how we did that? How do they work? Firstly, we train all of the historical data. So we testing our data for the many different scores, such as accuracy, recall, F1 score, and several different tests mentally. And finally, we deployed our several real-world problems. With our smart algorithms for practical applications for the shaping our future, for example, in healthcare and bioinformatics, and education and finance, and also transportation, and also several different things. For example, I do in my PhD degree in a bioinformatics type. We did, for example, pull in a lot of data like PDB files and .zip files, and we change our data types with the explorator data analysis, and also shaping our data structure types for the hierarchical models, because our data looks like a string format, but we need to shaping that algorithms and also our data for not only for the machines or for the humans, both machines for the humans, because we did like a practical solutions. So, for example, if we have that PDB files, we change to the JSON files, for example. And after we did several different data analysis, and also we use many different libraries for the learning different confirmations on the structures of the molecules. And that process finished with the drug discovery. For example, if you have the cancer patients, you need to detect your problems, like a tumor, and you need to sequence the tumors and analysis your what's the problem of the patients, what's the tumor, and you need to analysis your model. And after that, you need to personalize a therapy. And the bioinformatics and the healthcare is very different, has had very different solutions. And also, I have really several different solutions too. For example, in the slide, I write that the AI in the medical imaging, like detecting breast cancer with AI. For example, in our country, Azerbaijan, the other university students did that projects. So they do that like with the X-rays and CT scans, MRIs, and mammograms with that, and they detect cancer, fractures, and neurological disorders in an earlier stage.
They use in reality. I didn't know.
Yes, and they did that approximately 2 or 3 years ago, and they did their slide presentation in 2023 year of GDG Bakuda Fest, and that project was so awesome actually. And if you know the bioinformatics, like AI in the bioinformatics, you can search in an AlphaFold by DeepMind, because the bioinformatics not only statistical learning, you can did very several things with the DeepMind applications, like genomics, proteomics, drug discovery, and analyzing like a complex biological data. For example, you know that the biology is the complex molecules, like a chemistry. And in chemistry, you know that you have a little molecules, little atomic systems. But in biological data, you have the big and very complex data structures, and also very different and difficult molecules. And so you can do everything in DeepMind with the very great solutions. So
Have you
after
ever
that,
tried by yourself as well?
actually with that, we did only the structural protein systems, because we did only statistical analysis. Because my project did that like a mathematical structural biology, not only the deep learning with the deep learning. And after, maybe I will do that. So after, you can did with the AI with genomic medicine, and you can use very like a treatment like individual patients. And also you can do that also like a genetic makeup and medical history and the lifestyle. And also if you have any IoT things like a watch or like
Devices.
glasses. Yes. You can also do that like AI in the genomic medicine. And in 2020, Azerbaijan have a startup with that idea. For example, they did the cardiovascular system with the IoT watch, and that was awesome, actually. So in other examples, I write in education one and finance and also transportation, actually. For example, you can use for the learning, for example, Duolingo. And Duolingo gives you several different sentences, and they explain you why you do fold and why you use that example. And the Duolingo has also the AI personal assistant. Not only the Duolingo, you can use also Coursera's AI recommendation systems too. For example, if you use the Coursera suggests you a lot of different courses. Maybe you can add new profile in a Coursera, and you give your contact number, like students' learning pace and preferences, and what you need, and also you can wrote in there like financial aid part, and after a time, Coursera give you a suggest for with their knowledge. For example, you can add like I need to learn data science or I need to learn Python, and Coursera give you a lot of recommendation, like from Michigan University with the deep learning AI courses, or also IBM, and also from the Meta, and so many recommendations. So after that, you can use that from the finance. You know that from very different banks use the fraud detection and prevention systems, and a lot of awesome systems is the PayPal's fraud detection system. Like they use AI algorithms analysis transaction patterns and detect a lot of anomalies and indicates different fraudulent activities. After that, the transportation system. If you have any idea for the Tesla cars, I know that the traffic management system, and also if you have any idea in MIT's projects, you could see the MIT's projects from 2015. They do the traffic management system with the reinforcement learning, actually. And not only the transportation system with the like a Tesla cars or different car solutions, and also we use in our life like a Google Maps and also Waze, because they use in a shortest path algorithms, and you know that shortest path from the graph theory, and
shorter path or shorter time as well, yeah.
Not only the shortest time, actually, they suggest you in the shortest path. Actually, they analyzes like paths, and also what's the traffic, what's the red lines, green lines, and also gives you very quick way. Because if you have like several different dots, like a nodes, and every node has several different lines, and the lines has several the nodes has like weights. And if you use like a Google Maps, you have, for example, 3 lines for the detected area. And every line has with the nodes several weights. For example, in a 1 lane, you have with the nodes and line like a 5, and in a 2 line like a 3. In a 3 line, you have a 1. So you have a very shortest and the quickest way is a 3. And that the Google Map and the way system looks like that. And not only the graph shortest path theory, they can use also the probability knowledge too, like a statistics, probability, and so many mathematical systems too.
Didn't
And what? Sorry?
Didn't know how they work. Nice.
And also, how can we do that type technologies? Because we can see very different examples of AI technologies, but that process was so confusing actually, because you need to learn actually understanding the problem. For example, you need to do learn firstly the domain knowledge. For example, Nijat, you can say from your job, firstly, what you can do in the Amazon systems, like in a bank system. How can you understand the problem? What's the problem?
Very nice question. Let's say about banks, and I remember when I work in State Street, to be, to understand the data which you get. Of course, it's financial data, but there are many different type of data, on futures, bonds, stocks, transactions. So which type of data you get, and what type of, let's say, process it should follow, or how many types of, let's say, which type of problem it may have, so beforehand. So that's why the domain knowledge affected everything that the rest you have. If you're working bank, so the type of data you get and the type of work you do is different than, for example, in retail, in the Amazon. So yeah, it's a really great example. So in our, for example, now in the department where I work as well, we work mainly with vendors, the sellers from the Amazon, and the type of data we get or the problems we get there is definitely 100% related to them. So that's why to know the domain knowledge and to understand the business, I would say the first step is a key.
Yes, true. And the domain knowledge is the very higher solution actually for the doing some AI technologies. Firstly, you need to ask you for your project in a 3 main question: the what task will the AI perform, and secondly, who will use it, and what are their needs, and thirdly, what kind of the data is available, because your data is fixed your all of the process actually. So after the process, your domain knowledge, understand what's your problem, and after you need to prepare and gather your data. For example, in the Amazon, they gain the data from several types, like from their shopping retail system or the bank system or several different things. But in the biological parts, we did everything from the open source databases, such as protein databases, crystallography open databases, and the gathering and also preparing data process in a with a different actually from in a different data process. And not only the gathering data, you need to do the preparing data too, such as the data collection, data cleaning, and also data labeling. For example, several minutes ago, I talked about we have the .pdb files and .csi files, and we change our data types to PDB. Why we do that? For the learning and knowing the data types, not only for the machines, not only for the humans. We need to do all the machines and all the humans actually. And after that, the process, we need to explore and analyze the data. You need to like exploratory data analysis version actually. Not only the exploratory data analysis, but also the descriptive analysis, like a feature engineering. If you need to do a great project for the machine, also artificial intelligence, you need to do the feature engineering. For example, you have the home data, like a house data. You know that if you learn the machine learning with the linear regression, you need to work with the Boston house and also several different house data. And you have like X variables and also Y variables, like Y variables, and you can identify your key variables like features. You can match that like variables and also
Action, build
depart your
model, and predict.
actually not only the prediction, because we did that for the learning the data.
Okay.
For example, you have like a height, like a 30, your round version and size is 20. You need to fix that. You need to match that. And after that, in several homes, and you can separate the features too. I hope I hope it's knowledgeable actually. And after that, you need to build statistical and also predictive models. Like you need to use your statistic knowledge, your statistical models, and finally your machine learning models. And not only the projects, you need to use your statistical models. You don't need to machine learning algorithms. Sometimes you need just do a simple statistics. Please do all of your projects from basic to harder. Because in my project, I think I need to do the deep learning algorithms, like computer vision algorithms in like also CNN and also explainable AI, and also different tips of the AI algorithms. But after I know that, my projects need just the statistics and also statistical models. So I change my all of the roles to the from the machine learning, from the deep learning to the statistical models. So you need to do firstly from beginner to harder to like A
Start
to Z
simple.
actually.
Start
Yes, start simple. And also the step 5, and use deep learning for the complex tasks. And you can use neural networks, training the model, testing the validation, and sometimes you didn't have any GPUs and your collab didn't work. without internet, and you need to start with a simple way. And after that, you need to optimize the model and hyperparameter tuning, cross-validation, and the feature selection. Why we use the feature selection? Because of the remove the relevant features and to make the model more efficient. And why we use the cross-validation? They split the data into training and the validation sets to avoiding to overfitting or also underfitting too. We can always to detect what's the underfitting, what's the overfitting actually. And why we use the hyperparameter tuning? Because of the adjusting the parameters like a learning rate, batch size, and the number of the layers. And after that, we need to deploy the AI technologies and like integration, real-time processing, monitoring, and the maintenance. All of things like the 7th step is for just doing the AI technology. After that, you need to do leveraging the feedback loops, apply the ethical and the responsible AI practices. Actually, you can do all of things like an AI engineer, but if you need to think like a manager, you need to leverage the feedback loops, like collecting new data from the users and also sensors, and also retrain the model to adapt to changing the conditions. And also you need to do applying to ethical and responsible AI practices, because you need to data privacy, bias mitigation, and also transparency. And Nijat, in Amazon has very great data privacy. Yes.
Yeah. Even in AWS they do. They collect their cloud systems AWS, and they have really strict data privacy rules.
So not only the ethical solutions. Firstly, I need to talk about what's the mass, why the mass is important for the AI technologies. Because
before you go, question, which step do you like most? Previous 7 steps out of
can you
go previous slide?
Okay.
Which step do you like most?
Which step? Actually, the export the analysis data. Okay. Because the data in a biological data was so complex actually, and we can add several different libraries for the analyzing the data. For example, you have a complex like a catastrophic molecules, and you need to learn what's the line, what's the nodes, what's the bonds, what's the dots, and you can apply, for example, sortie libraries for the exploring and analysis your data. And you can change also your data structure type, and also learn why we use that molecule and how can we separate the data in several parts.
Oh, sounds interesting but hard.
Yes. So the other question is why math is important for the AI. Actually, in several different teachers and also companies say that you can did everything without math in AI, because they think that they have the ChatGPT or also Gemini, but if you need to good answers in your AI models, you need to learn first the mathematics for the good solutions. And in my opinion, the mathematics is the foundation of the artificial intelligence. And without math, you didn't do anything with the AI technologies. So firstly, you need to start with the statistics for the data analysis, for the probability theory, for the model evaluation, and also uncertainty modeling. And you need to learn the descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, probability, regression analysis. Secondly, you need to learn linear algebra because the linear algebra, in my opinion, the language of the AI. And if you start your machine learning, you can learn to also the linear regression. So how can you didn't do the math? And after you that, not only the linear regression, after you need to learn like eigenvalues, the eigen vectors for the PCA, you need to learn the matrix decomposition, you need to vectors and the matrices, and you need to use in a dot product for in the linear regression. How can you didn't use the mass? So you need to firstly need how the scalars, how the vectors, how can you need to dot products and also matrices. So you need firstly linear algebra before the machine learning. So for the data representation, model computation, also dimensional reduction, for the eigenvalues, for the eigenvectors, and transformation. And after that two systems, you need to learn the calculus for the optimization and the change. And you can learn for the calculus for the optimization, non-linearity, understanding rates of the change, and also backpropagation system. And if you didn't know your calculus analysis, you didn't do your backpropagation system. And for example, backpropagation calculates how the errors propagate so the network. So the calculus is most important for the learning, for the machine learning and also deep learning.
Sounds hard.
Not all actually hard, but if you start your machine learning career without the math, you need to secondly to learn the maths actually, because
Until you learn, you should come back.
you should to learn maths actually, because when your teacher or PhD professor asks you why you use that optimization, why you use the backpropagation in that part, you need to say something for that in a mathematical way.
Explain.
Explain it.
What do you understand? Explain with simple words.
Yeah. Always he said to me, why you use that? Explain it. And even the explanation is also too hard. They thinks that the statistics is not the college version. Like in a university professor version, they ask and also explain everything to you. And after that, you need to calculus like derivatives, integrals, chain rule, and multivariate calculus too. And maybe first you need to learn the mathematics in a 1 month. And ethical consideration, challenge, and also solutions. And we have several different challenges actually, like data privacy, bias and AI, and job displacement. But for the job displacement, we have 50 years actually. For example, we have 50 years, even 100 years.
Oh, it's too much.
For example, in a biological data, how can we explain the ChatGPT do that for the drug discovery? The ChatGPT, for example, give you different solutions, but the solutions looks like a mathematical version, not the biological, not the chemistry. You need to explain every different things, like things like cheminformatics, things like bioinformatics too, things like mathematician, things like senior ML engineer too, and give me a good solution for the problem. And ChatGPT is actually give you good solution, but the good solution is just the robotical solution, not the humanized solution.
Okay, not human. The human doesn't need that solution, yeah.
Yes,
In reality.
you need to humanize it actually.
So we need to teach them to humanize.
Yes,
Let's see.
and so you need to, in a data privacy, for example, in a healthcare AI. For example, you can add your several different documents, your also blood type in your healthcare application. So
By the way, did you try it?
No.
I want to try once, but I'm again afraid of
Even
data
I
privacy
didn't
stuff.
use Apple Watch too.
But do you have fingerprint in your finger lock unlock in your phone?
Yes.
Yeah. Still, in any way you give your data, like in any way. I've tried once that I've tried really hard not to give, but I just just gave up and just thought that
In our life, we need to do that. For example, your job wants to that. In 2 weeks ago, my job said that give your biometric photo for the applying the like
contract.
kind. I like his contract.
Yeah, I've heard about it as well. Even like months ago, I had a case and I went and we signed contract physically, and then after a week they called me and they told me that
Yes, yes.
hey, we are
Same.
sorry, but can we do it online as well? But I
Yes.
told them that we have already done it, but no, they think that
No, you need to do online too.
online version, they consider online version, and they asked me to do it online. I told them like it's okay, but it was their mistakes that not to take into consideration it as well. Yeah, interesting. I've heard about it as well, that they're asking
And
only online.
I know you.
Annoying sometimes because we already done physical one, but why we need online one? Then if we need
Yes,
online
they
one, why we
did
have done physical?
everything in physical too, like a on-site version, the online version too.
Yeah, boss. Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see.
And if you use your data privacy solutions, like you can add several different your data. So the data scientists use your data without your surname or your full name, and they did data anonymization actually. And not only the data anonymization, and also they do also consent mechanisms and also regulations and also standards like GDPR or also CCPA2. Like if you know that the California Consumer Privacy something Act.
Yeah, data privacy acts.
Yes. And also the ethical consideration problem is the bias in the AI. The most of the challenges, they're training the data biases and also feedback loops. And for example, the hiring systems and the judicial systems. And the most of the solutions like a diverse training data and also fairness metrics and also their regular audits too. And also sometimes they think that explainable AI too. And also job displacement, like in a transportation and also retail. The most challenges is automation of the repetitive jobs, like skill gaps and economic inequality. Like engineers have several dollars, but other people's like several coins. But that's not happening in a 100 years. And solutions, upskilling or also reskilling programs, such as you can learn your several different new things like data science or also data analytics too, and also human AI collaboration projects. So,
By the way, about upskilling, I know that you finished as well. I know that
no.
there was a suggestions that to send people when they are 40 or 50 or 55 again to the university, or to have a short special programs for them. For example, if you study when you are like 20 and you finish, and next 30 years, mostly, big portion of the populations, they don't go to the university or then study, and they sometimes stay behind of the progress. And there was a suggestion that to send those people to the short courses, special short courses for them to upskill. And I think it's a very good idea. If any countries that implements it, it would be really better, and they will make closer is the development of the use, and those people, at least they can understand some stuff that use is talking about.
for example, in Turkey and also in Azerbaijan, they do that. Most of the, not only the university students, and also 50 or 40 years people can join the several different scholarships for the learning new upskilling or the reskilling
They don't
program.
have age limit. They don't have.
No.
I thought
From
they have age limit.
15, no, from 15 to 65.
Oh, I thought that they have an age limit.
No.
I think many people think
Even
like.
even the Technist program said that we maximum age limit is a 65.
I didn't know. Nice.
So our presentation is over. Thank you for your attention. That's all.
Thanks. Hey, Tahira, do you have any questions?
So I stop the sharing.
Sure. No, I just want to. Okay, I will have two short questions. The first one is, what do you think is the most essential skill to become a strong data analyst or data scientist? You can tell both. I know that you know science, data science as well, good machine learning, so you can tell.
Actually, for the data analyst, you can need to data literacy, statistical analysis, tools and programming such as Power BI, Python, or SQL, Tableau, Excel, and also visualization tools like Tableau, Power BI, and also Python libraries like Seaborn, Matplotlib, Plotly. And if you work with the data analysis, you can learn the business knowledge and also critical thinking. And if you want to work with the data sciences, you need to learn first the math, secondly algorithm knowledge, thirdly programming knowledge, and fourth the algorithm with the machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms, NLP algorithms. And you can qualify you how can you did actually, like
Yeah.
you need to you want like a NLP engineer, you need to focus with the machine learning algorithms for the NLP, and you can want the computer vision engineer, you need to learn the computer vision algorithms, and so many different things actually. Just
Nice.
continuous learning.
What about AI? How we can learn or at least get some knowledge about it? Now it's trendy, but many people don't know enough information about it. So, how we can learn about AI as a roadmap to learn it, to get more information and understand the basics of it.
Actually, in AI part, you need to focus firstly data, second the machine learning system, like a data scientist, and secondly, you shape your career as the AI engineer, because the AI engineer not only just doing okay, I'm the AI engineer doing some like a prompt and just stop it. The AI engineer focused like a problem, and they need to solution the problem. So they need to learn not only the like a Python or SQL, they need to learn several different programming knowledge, such as if you learn like computer vision engineer, you can learn like a C++ to deploying systems to, and also hardware knowledge too. And the AI engineer worked with GPUs, and they need to learn not only the programming skills, they need to learn hardware skills too.
They need to know it. Okay. Good. I don't have any questions. Anyone? Anything? No. And we are on time as well. It's 52. And yeah, let's finish. Thank you, Lala, for joining. That was a really
Thank
nice
you.
presentation. And we learned a lot, and especially about math. We have to learn it. Yeah, especially you have to learn it if you want to go to this field. And yes, the recording will be available in our Pro Analyst Hub. So thank you very much. Thank you, Lala, for coming and for accepting my invitation. And thank you, everyone, for joining. So see you. Bye-bye.
See you.